Hello, hello. Today we want to view one of the game of Deep Blue and Garry Kasparov. So why not? This is, as you know, one of the most amazing historical games and famous ones. So why not to review and just to run those things? So unfortunately, it was some psychologist pressure was Garry Kasparov in just game one of the match. So Gary just lost to De Bruyne in game one, and he was so depressed. Was just staying on his bed, staring, and just thought that this mission is just inevitable. So just amazed by performance of the Blue in that time, 1996, in February 10th February. But okay, let's go through the game. Computer Deep Blue starts with e4. Gary responds with his favorite opening c5. So, okay, wait. Okay, I just have made some changes to my light system. I have added a lot of bulb. Okay, so the brightness of my room is enough. Okay, so after e4 c5, computer goes for the c3. Of course, we choose. We just want to continue with knight f3, but Sicilian RP, this is the name of this opening, is good still for white. We have now d5 from Kasparov. And Kasparov should have continued the game now to be close actually by playing knight to f6 here. After now d4, d5, he takes c5, he takes c5. Still balanced position for both sides. Okay, so after the move c3, we have d5, e takes d5, king takes d5, d4, knight to f6, knight f3, bishop b4, pinning a knight, bishop e2. We could have continued by playing d takes c5, queen takes c5, h3, bishop back to h5. We have now bishop e3, gaining tempo on the queen, queen c7, knight a3, coming to b5 here, and a6 preventing this idea. So knight to c4, knight is jumping to, sorry, knight to b6 is the idea of that. So you have the move knight to c6. Of course, the idea was to now after here you have a space for your rook. Rook e8 threatens the to take white queen. So, but let's go to the main line. Bishop e2 not a bad move. Regular, usual, typical move in this position. You see, I just myself have played a lot of bishop e2s in this position. After bishop e2, we have e6, h3 to give black's bishop a question to go back or just take. Okay. Bishop f5 was another playable move, but bishop h5 is best because after bishop f5, just The bishop is somehow a little present on f5 here, so we go bishop h5 to maintain this pressure this way. So after bishop h5 castles, and one idea that these modern GMs are giving to white is actually the amazing move c4 here in this position. After queen e8, we just play the move e5 here. After takes takes, if you just take, if you just go here, then queen a4 is strong for white. Still knight c6 we get, and okay, this is balanced. And after knight to c3, we have queen d7, just castles. And this position is a slight advantage for white because in the compensation of a pawn he has nice development. Red James has not castled yet, but after bishop e7 we have immediate advantage on the bishop. After bishop d6 we have rook d1, within another rook give tempo to the open file. So it's not wasting 2 or 3. Okay, after if knight takes d5, we have again queen d3, knight c6, castles 7, rook d1. Just casting this way, knight c3 takes. If you just take this, it is bad because of knight takes e2, and then we just take. So there are a lot of pieces for a queen. And b takes c3, we have queen a6 offering the exchange of queens. We have just knight takes d8, knight takes d8, bishop c4, queen b6, queen to c2. The thread is actually going here to force the attack, double attack on the king and the bishop. So if you just take this, then I just play queen f5, then I'll just take that. Okay, I just don't have to take it immediately because now black gets advantage by just playing queen g6. And after just trading states, yeah, king e2. This position is just a slight. It's just a meaning for black. So. But queen f5, as I said, is the best move. And white is a pawn down, but he has the bishop pair advantage, and this game is open, so there is good compensation in this position. Here, okay. Okay, now going back. So this idea c4 was good. We could have tried, people could have tried this idea c4 d5, okay, sacrificing a pawn for the development of pieces. So we have just immediate castle from deep blue in this position, as I said. Now knight jumps to c6, bishop e3, and here knight takes d4 is boring line, okay. It is also playable. Knight takes d4, bishop takes on e2. You can just play this or this. Queen takes e2 seems better for me after just it. This is not good to take. So you just play bishop e7. If you just take, then queen takes back this. Okay, so and just play castles and continues his play. So we have now c takes d4, bishop to b4, a strange idea from Garry. So bishop b4, actually, aim was this, to go back, bishop c7, queen d6, to get battery on this file, in this diagonal, sorry. So after a3, bishop a5, if b4, then bishop b6, going this way, bishop c7 is also playable, why not? And okay, bishop c7 is also playable, b6 as I said to pressure on this diagonal. So after bishop b6 we have knight to c3, queen d8, knight to e5, exchange of pieces, and here you can't just take on here because of bishop takes d4. And if you take with bishop, then rook a1, and if you just take with this, then queen b5 checkmate. Or b5 is b5, he has king e7. Wow. So knight b5 is best move in this position, and after queen f4, white has advantage after knight to d6. So going back there. So yeah, bishop e7 is also of course available after knight to c6, queen d6, queen b3, the age of castle. This one. So after bishop to b4, now queen d6, and here is strange idea. d5 is also a good move for white in this position. So let's watch it. After d5, he takes d5. We have knight b5, queen e7, rook c1, bishop e6, takes, and knight jumps back to d4 to just go knight f5, this position. So this could be a continuation of the game after d5 move. So, but Deep Blue didn't go for area d5. So d5 in this position is of course just playable, as I said, and you just watched. So Deep Blue tried knight b5 in this position, and here Garry was thinking a lot. This position, he wanted to avoid the move d5 now, so he played the move queen to e7. So what's the idea of that? Let's see. If we go queen to b8, so there is d5. Now, after knight takes d5, we have bishop c5, preventing the castle, and just knight d6 is threat there. So knight d6 is a dead retreat now. For example, if you place this, crazy, knight d6, king f8, then we have another knight to e5. If you just take, then knight d takes on, oh sorry, knight d takes on f7, king d8, then we have queen takes e2. So, what happens after queen d8 is still the same. Queen d8, we have push, e takes d5, bishop c5, same idea. After knight to e4, we have b4, knight takes c5, b takes on c5, castles, knight to d6, then queen to take the pawn. Yeah. So after the move d4, allowing white to just take, And here also, White's idea is one of the White's idea was of course to take the pawn on b7 and one to take on d5 with queen, taking back the pawn. So d5, d4 is best move for black. After that knight takes on b7, we have queen to e7, queen to c7 is also playable in this position. So let's go back. So Garry actually thought that you should just avoid. So let's see what happens after queen d5 here. Queen d5 is also playable and one of the best moves in this position. Queen d5, knight back to c3, and here they could have actually come to a draw here after queen d6, knight b5, here. It's already 3 for repetition, and this is draw. So Garry went for queen e7, the best move. This idea of queen d7 is very interesting. And Garry hopes for rook d8 to pressure this file, bishop b6 to put pressure on this isolated pawn. Okay? And also controls, now the d5 idea doesn't work because queen controlling the square c5. So if you just go, I just take. Okay, after knight, you don't have this because I just take. Okay, what are you doing? A crazy drunk. So after queen to e7, but the one of the drawback of this move is bishop to g5 is annoying because your target square bishop is so far away there. What is doing there? And this thing is just very annoying for black. So, and Deep Blue actually neutralizes this fact to get advantage. Okay, so we have knight to e5. One idea, of course, no, knight to e5 is the best move. Bishop takes on e2. We see a pair of exchanges. So castles, rook e2 c1, and here Garry makes an inaccuracy move. He could have played rook to f8. Okay, so the idea is very interesting. As I said earlier, of bishop g5, preventing the bishop g5 idea. So what is this doing? Why not rook h8? And naturally, rook h8 is not a bad move. Okay, it's not a bad move. It's not a bad move at all. So the point of rook f8 is after here we have now h6. If you just take, you can just take with queen, and you don't have the move knight to d7, forcing the queen and the rook there. So, okay, so, but after rook a to c8, it allows white to go bishop g5 in this position. Now, if you just play this, I just take. If you just take this, I have this for. So the idea was just that to bring the other rook to prevent the fork. Okay, so rook a8 is strike inadequacy. Okay, but still in the game, no problem, no serious, no major problem for Garry. This after rook to a8, we have bishop g5, and here Garry played bishop e6, which he could have thought of the after bishop takes f6. Okay, so I just take this and I'm still in the game. Okay, so after knight to c4, rook f8 just pressures this pawn. So you can't just take this. And actually, it just happened in the game. So the main line of the game went like that. Bishop takes on f6. So, but the idea was after knight to g1. Actually this thread is after knight to g4. So bishop g5 idea. One of the bishop g5 idea was to not jump with knight g4, pushing this pin. So after, for example, here. Okay, we have knight to g5 and you are just lost. So bishop b6 prevents this idea of knight to g4. Okay, you see how? Okay, after if you play bishop b6 and knight g4, he has this idea of knight takes on d4. You just take, I just take, and just protecting my knight on f6. This game could have continued like this, okay? Or rook f to d8, protecting the bishop rather than just attacking the white's bishop on g5 there. So, but let's see another right. a6 was better instead of bishop b6. Let's see three main lines here. If h6, then it is of course a blunder as I said. Why? So if a6, we have knight takes on c6, rotates, bishop takes on f6, takes, and this is just a draw. Okay, so let's go back. One of the other moves is rook f to e8. We have knight g4, and this is already winning for white, as I said. So bishop b6 idea was actually prevent knight g4 as I said earlier. Bishop takes f6, g takes f6, and this was actually the problem of bishop b6 here. White cannot has is not forced to just go knight g4. It just takes, doubles your pawn, and plays his game. So knight to c4, very good move from the blue. We have rook f to d8, takes on b6, we just takes back. Rook f to d1, we have f5 now. And here Garry played, deep blue played queen to e3. He could have tried rook to c4 here to bring the rook in this way and pressure this pawn. Okay, so but when queen e3, controlling the black, the dark square. So after queen e3, queen to f6, this was the main line of the game. We have now d5, rotates d5, and now if e takes on d5, if you want to be greedy and just play on your own, just play this, then you just lose by queen takes on b6. This position is already lost for white. For black, I'm sorry. I calculate the first move, rook takes d5, rook takes d5, he takes d5. We have now the move b3 then. If queen takes b6, then queen takes b2 already, and this is already drawn. So b3 from deep blue, and actually Daniel King in his Power Play channel, YouTube channel, has mention why not before is not. If you give it to the natural human, just plays b4 here. What's the problem of b4? I think one of the ideas is actually knight to a5, knight to c4 is possible. Here is also possible, but you should just do something about your rook now. But and after b3, you just if why not b3, because b3 we have a4, okay, protecting this knight. So this is the base for this knight here. It's not base. Then I can just migrate to other squares later on. So that was the idea. So take stage. We have now b3, and one idea could actually Kasparov do rook d8. We have queen takes b6, rook d7 to hold the game straight and just play solidly here. And as I know, yes, everyone and a lot of chess players, professional chess players, have mentioned this move. Rook d8, rook d7, made somehow barrier for the play and prevents white improvement. Okay, so but Gary's move king change is not at all bad. It is still good, playable. Why not? Queen takes on b6. We have now rook g8. Counter. Gary is trying to counter attack. His main attack is queen g5, threatening double attack, and on g2. So white has should do something about it, and Deep Root tries best move here. He just takes a pawn. Deep Root just takes a pawn and simply comes back to defend. Okay, so just stand and just defend. Okay, so after queen to c5, now this move is no longer that double attack because queen is guarding the rook. So we can just play g3. Okay. So after f4, we have knight to d6, threatening to take on f7. So, but another idea could have been f4, queen takes d5. We have now f3, g4, queen to h6, and it's double attack for Garry winning. So you cannot take the d5 pawn immediately. Can try rook d1 instead. We have now d4 now. Knight takes d4 is blunder of rook d8. Okay. Now d6. We have queen e6, rook takes, and this is draw. And we have just a piece and a couple of pawns for the rook, and this is a matrix draw, just nothing to progress for black here. And actually is what can do actually to make black a lot of press. So this position d4 was played, which is in interest actually. After knight to d6, we have f4. If we have f4, and here we see a strange move from Deep Root. Knight takes on b7. Queen to d5 was the best try, and we see a unusual defense here by Brad. Rook to g6. If you just take, we have just king to g7, and this knight is just trapped. So if knight to f5, then we have queen to e6, rook c5, h6 to gain a space, king h2, rook g5, and the game could have continued like this. And this is just a draw. So But let's see actually the main moves. To preparate knight to f5, we have queen e6. Oh, sorry, there. d4 from Garry. And here, okay, sorry, knight to b7 was just played. We have knight to e5, threatening to go queen g5 and just to checkmate. We have queen to d5, f3, g3, and now here's the d3 move. And here Garry plays knight to d3 in this position, which is bad. He could have tried, and already this is winning for black. For the proof for white in this position. After queen to f4, a nice try by Garry. Could have been queen to f4, but the nice move from the proof could be just rook to c8. If you just take, I'll just take you. You just lost. So, pardon me. After the move d3, we have the move knight to d6, king to g7. Could be another try. But Garry went for knight d3. We have now rook c7. After rook to e8, knight to d6, rook to e1, king to h2, knight takes f2. The third is rook h1 checkmate. Okay, so if you don't checkmate me, I'll just checkmate you. So we have knight to f7, calculate king g7. If you just take on f7, I don't have to take. Because if I just take, I'll just checkmate it. So I'll just give check. After king g7, king g5 check, king f8, we have rook takes f7 check, and here, king here, king anywhere, then I'll just take. A lot of material up. I'll just win it easily. So queen to 8 takes f7, it's not possible. Garry tried king g7, but this is already lost. After knight g5 check, we have this rook takes 7, king g6, we have just queen g8 check. After that, we just take on f3, okay? And after rook just h1, we just have king to g2. Thanks for the knight that removed this pawn on f3 there to take this. And this is already losing for black because of queen to d5 is actually making 2. If, for example, you go something like here, then maybe after here, yeah, this third, king d6, I have, sorry, have this. This is mate, yes, yeah. So, and Garry after rook takes h7 just resigned its position because, as I said, this is losing for Garry. But what did go wrong for Garry? When did it start to just get fair? Because uh, he should have tried queen g5 here. Anyway, after g3 we have plus f4. Okay, after g4 we have just f6. This f6 move just was very cunning plan. f6. If you just now go there, I just go here, queen a to h4. and this is already true. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Please like and comment on the video, please. See you again on game 2. Goodbye for now, and I hope you just good track. See you again later. Goodbye.